one.
Let's go. This is my 80s podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. If you love the 80s, you're exactly where you should be. So please, please, please take a look at this.
25th when.
So you think so in 5 years' time, well, it's 4.5 years, isn't it? We're nearly there now. God, it'd be 50 years.
That's frightening, Jay.
I don't want to.
There's nothing
I'm
you can
going
do.
to ask you another question now.
Oh, we've got one for you, lady.
Go on then. Do you want me to go first?
Do you want to? Yeah, you go first.
I don't mind. Right. How do you prepare for your interviews? How do you prepare? Do you dig deep, or do you? I mean, obviously you do a lot of researching, but because I'm terrible for I have to be honest. You're chatting because I've never done this before with anybody else. I did a lot of research. I mean, I wing a lot of it.
You wouldn't know. No, actually, Jay, I've done both sides, but I do. If I research it, I feel a lot more confident in the interview, because if I feel I haven't done enough groundwork, I think that can show. And you don't get a feel for that person as well. I think in researching it, you find a connection.
Absolutely.
With that person.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I found with researching. But obviously, because I got him, it was like, you've been working for the BBC and national and regional journalists, and are now 80s musical specialist authors and radio commentators. And there was a lot of stuff, and that's when it sent me to your website. So by researching, you're right, absolutely. It gives you a lot more of a connection, doesn't it? Whereas,
I
think just winging
it.
We do a lot of research. So, for example, any of the festivals, not just Rewind, Chill Fest, any of the ones we go to, we would have done hours and hours of research. So we've gone through, and then once we've researched, we then work out the sort of questions we want to go down.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Do you have this sheet with you, or do you remember? Because there's no way on earth I can remember it all.
No, Jay, this is the thing, you see. If I just take a sheet that's got the questions on and I don't go over it in my brain and embed it, this is where I'm saying the difference is. I sort of end up looking at it and then sort of not feeling I've got the best out of the interview.
Absolutely.
But if I sit there and ponder on it and sort of really
remember,
it goes deep, as I used to say at school, inwardly digest it, you feel like you're got more of a handle.
And I think where we've had our journalism experience sort of over the years, we've perfected that we will produce cards for each of the artists, but as they're being brought into the press tent or they're coming in, we might get like 20 seconds notice that they're coming in.
Gosh.
We'll grab the card, quickly look, and we'll have like 10 questions on there, and then we'll put it down and we remember it. I don't know whether it's like an actor's thing where actors know how to learn their lines, but we more or less remember what's on the card.
But that's a good thing to have, though, isn't it? Because I think I don't know.
But also you have these questions, but because we want to react to what they're saying, and it will go on a different thread. You have to adapt what you're saying. So we won't necessarily ask all those questions. It might lead somewhere totally different, but we've got that knowledge there. And
then you can remember. I love all that. Do you know what? You can tell when you do it, though, because that's why I asked that, because I thought they must just remember it. Because I don't ever see them looking down at anything, and I'm
sometimes.
I'm looking down here. It's like, no, I'm looking at where it's like, because I've got one here that says why. So which 80 star doesn't get the credit that they deserve? So which 80 stars do you think do not get? Because there is, for me, I personally think some 80 stars they should have been bigger than what that. I mean, I'm not saying they all want to be like, but sometimes you just think what they should have got a bit more credit for.
I think Phil Collins should have been eternally praised. He was praised in the 80s, and he went really big in the 80s. But then again, the media turned against him, and he wasn't flavour of the month again. And then his popularity plummeted because people read the headlines and thought, But
like you said, they like to build you up and knock you down, don't they? Which is the
exactly. Yeah.
So what about you, Lee? Is there anyone that you think they didn't get like the credit that they deserved?
Well, the thing, I mean, Johnny Hates Jazz, they weren't that
No,
massive in the 80s, but they
they
were.
should have been, yeah. Because
Yeah.
Their albums are fantastic. Like, we've seen them live numerous times, and you think they've not reached that wider audience. I mean, there's a
no,
reason for that. They broke up early and everything, and they're only
Yeah.
sort of just coming
Yeah.
back, but their actual music is really, really good.
yeah, I can remember having their Shattered Dreams
Yeah. Oh,
album, and it's a bit like
Yeah.
because I asked someone this same question, and they were, I mean, I remember them, and I do like them. It's like Curiosity Killed the Cat because they wasn't there for that long, wasn't they?
no,
In,
no.
I mean, Ben, I used to call him Ben Volavon. It wasn't Volavon.
Yeah.
Volpia, but he was, and it's like, but they loved him, didn't they? But it was like. Because I thought they had only had, someone said they had more than 2 songs out. I thought they had 2 out. And someone went, no, I think they had an album. I went, did they? Because I can't remember. I don't think they did. And I've tried to look.
Yeah.
They had 2 songs. And I did. But even though the girls went crazy for them, weren't they? And that was another group and I love the song, but I didn't get it. You know what I mean? No, you just don't get it. But I
Yeah.
appreciate, like I said, appreciate it a lot more.
How about you, Jay? What's your
Yeah.
answer to that question?
Oh, God. See, I always think people like Cyndi Lauper, because for me, they always put her against Madonna.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I
did
think,
back in the
you know
day.
what I mean? And as much as I know she was big, she wasn't, I think Madonna's not on purpose, this president, but they always put them together. And because Madonna just went absolutely global, didn't she? And I always feel that Cyndi Lauper was a little bit,
More
oh,
arty.
but
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
was restricted, wasn't she? And her songs were brilliant. I mean, you had like Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You have Time After Time. She
Oh,
Drove All
Loving
Night.
on the Plate.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
love
because I went, and when I went to see her at Valentine's Day this year, I always remember turning around and saying, Steve, I went, this is what I'm on about. She should have been
Oh,
absolutely humongous.
yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think, so I think for me, it would have been, I think Cyndi Lauper, I know she was big, but she wasn't. There was always that Madonna thing, didn't they? They always put it together,
Yeah.
and I always feel like she was pulled back a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I
Actually, in
mean?
the early days, when they were about even Stevens, they both got a couple of hits out.
Yeah,
I was in the Cindy camp, to be honest.
yeah.
And then sadly, Madonna just went woo, like
She
I
did.
love Madonna
Yeah.
stuff as well. Then I sort of went over to Madonna because Cindy wasn't
I
as much.
no, she was, and that's the thing. And I think 80s Madonna was just for me mind blowing, but I love Cindy as well. But I
Yeah.
think I just think she just got lost in the fact that everyone was promoting Madonna because she was. I mean, I didn't realize the amount of singles that she had out in the
No,
80s. They were just churning them off the albums, weren't they?
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And going back to that question about people not being made, going as big as they should have been, we've interviewed quite a few people over the years where in Britain they've been huge, but in America they don't seem to take off as much, like Five Star for one.
Yeah.
I mean, they really didn't get
No.
the recognition they deserved. And we always wondered if it was because of the Jacksons and, they were sort of like a rival British
the record
band.
companies
Sort of,
and promoters.
Because I remember them saying that. I mean, I know there wasn't this. I remember the Jets that came out. Was it the Jets that sang? Was it the Jets that got? I've got a no more charade. My heart candy play. I found out I've got a crush on you. Was it the Jets? Was it the Jets? I don't. I don't think it was the Jets. It might have been, but they were supposed to be the new Five Star, and I think that and when they come out there because they literally I think they had one or 2 songs and just went, and I think Five Star was still at their peak at the time when they came out. So they was, you know what I mean, they were another group that didn't.
No, well, do you know what though, Jay? You come across. I've been reading the not autobiography of Paul Weller, the new book on Paul Weller, and it's all the people that he knew and telling stories about what they remember on the journey.
Yeah.
DC Lee worked with a group called Animal Nightlife, and I thought I love them.
I've heard of them.
Captain of Your Heart.
I missed
is that them?
No, hold on, not Captain of what was it? Not Captain of Your Heart.
Is it?
I remembered all the lyrics to the Animal Nightlife song. What was it called? No.
This is all
I don't know the difference in 2 years. Too, I think I just missed them.
But they were such a good group, and I thought,
weren't they 18? What were they?
82.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. Animal Nightlife, and there was a song, and it came on, and I thought I remember all the lyrics.
See, I did that with a song. So I've heard a song called it's called
Mr. Solitaire.
Oh yes. Yeah,
Need your love, don't want your love, get out of here.
But there was another song by someone called, I want to say Ambazulo, whatever her name was.
Yes, that rings a bell.
That song, Ambazulo, that was it.
Yes.
Now I completely forgot about that song, and I played it on one of my lives. I did play, and people loved it. And I did play one called Trio, called Da Da Da.
Yes, Da Da Da. Yeah, that's very simple.
You listen to that now, and it's like people saying, yeah, we've listened to it now, Jay. Because there are some, aren't there? There are some songs that are like people, but people always ask for like, was it the Dalek song? What was it called?
Yes, the Dalek song. Yeah.
What was it called? It was Doctor in the Med, not Doctor in the Med. It was the Dalek one, and I just. And I played it once, and I think I remember it, but you just think I don't remember it. Well, I've got. Go on then.
So, what is the most daring thing you did outdoors as a youngster? Not as an adult.
Oh my!
Your mum wouldn't have liked
your mum. Yeah, she would have had kittens if she'd known what you were up to outside.
Well, there was far too many, and I can remember one of them. I remember. There was the two worst. I think the worst one was when we used to go down to the local canal. I mean, how the hell we used to jump in that canal? Do you know? You just look at it now. I mean, it probably wasn't as polluted as it is now. No. I remember. So we used to have like a big, massive brook, and we used to have a big. Where the boats, not the boats, what they called the brook, the things where they used to let the water up and down. What they can't remember.
Honestly,
we're all good. All of us can't remember.
But you turned the hand.
Yeah.
What was it called?
The sluice gates at the.
I want to say. I keep saying brook.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, what's it called?
What's it? Lock.
Oh,
you can tell a certain age.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember going to this lock, and we used to swim in it, and I was in there, and I didn't realise that when a boat's coming in, it sucks you down, and I was stuck in the water, and all I remember is literally just by chance grabbing on top of the lock thing and holding on, because I've just been down, because it literally was just sucking me down. I remember. I've not told my mum that. She'd
had kittens.
Yeah, she was, and we used to get jumped over by bikes as well. So we used to have like a ramp in the street with bricks.
Oh yeah,
and people would lay underneath it. And do you know what you think about that now, like Sue and Lee? I just think, were we like nuts? Because and the thing is, if you were the 8th one, you were going to get crushed.
Well, we used to play Long Willie Day. It was called Long Willie. So basically, you all stood in a line and held hands. It was in my cul-de-sac, we had sort of Donna Atkinson over the road. My 2 older brothers might join in, but you'd all hold hands, and then you'd all swing round, and literally the person on the end flew. Donna ended up in the nettles. You used to shout Long Willie. And poor Donna ended up in the nettles. We knocked a bit later, and her mum said she's in a bath full of Dettol.
That was it. I always remember, it's like when we used to do British Bulldog, and my mum used to go, she would say, stop, because you'd come in with ripped tops. You'd literally, so you'd stand there, and you'd like all run through, and if you were the last one, because I was quite good at running. If you were the last, they'd all be like, and your top would come off. She literally.
I was sparred then, was it?
No. Well, I got an injury. I've got a big scar on my elbow. I don't know if you can see.
God, yeah, because I can.
I was, in an adventure playground where you could swing from one side to the other and you had to land on the platform.
Yes.
Like,
I should love them.
Well, we used to do a thing where we used to all jump on there one by one. And I was always quite small. And I was at the bottom. And I had to try and jump off. And they were
My God.
and I tried to jump and I missed it. And there was a nail, out. And I hit the nail and fallen down onto it was all sand.
Oh.
They had obviously health and safety.
Yes,
it was actually open. My arm was open. All the sand went in there.
There was no health and safety. It's like, I remember, it's like, I've still got I don't know if you can see a scar in there around my finger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember as a kid running. We used to remember them fences that you used to have with the spikes on them.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to run it back. We used to run around them, and there was a nail hanging out, and I ripped my hand on it. And I went into my mum. They just put the bandage on it and go out. And then within 5 minutes, it was literally dripping. So she said, I think we need to go to A.
Yeah. Oh God.
I tell you, ladies, my mum was absolutely hysterical. My mum would look after. She could do. If any other kids had an accident with her, but her own children. She was just. She used to panic with us, and I always remember. I mean, I've told this story. I don't know if you've heard. I'll tell this quick. So basically, when we used to live at a place called Broughton, a bit of a council estate years ago. So them fences used to be 6 foot. So we used to climb over the back from the recreation centre, and you put your feet in and jump out of them. Yeah. I remember putting my feet in and they didn't come out as I jumped. So you winged yourself. So I'd hit my stomach on the floor. So you can imagine me walking into my mum, not being able to breathe. And and it's like, and I'm trying to tell, and the first thing that woman says, she actually thought, I mean, I might have to cut this out. She's just, oh my God, he's been buggered. And that was her first reaction, not the fact, what's he doing? She thought someone had got me and attacked me. Not like, because I couldn't breathe and couldn't say what I was going to say. She was right all over the place. She just thought, oh my, I goes, where did that word come from? Because at the time I didn't know what it meant, but she was terrible. And I can remember a couple of weeks later, like you used to have like over your top of your front doors, you used to have like the porches, didn't you? And I can remember standing on one of them same wooden fences that used to have the thick bit and then you had the spikes. And I remember leaning up and I slipped. And as it slipped, it just went and it ripped all the way down. She was there. She said she thought it had gone up the spike. She was going, oh my God, Jim. Because what kind of bloke do you think I was as a kid? How brilliant was that? So if you love the 80s like I do, please go over to my podcast on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give me a share, a like and a comment and a subscribe. And also follow me. I'll come back now. You hear?